Hey guys, welcome back to Spintires. Very exciting, we're going to start a new map, so very excited to get underway. But before we do, I do have a confession to make. This is not the first time I've been on this map, nor is it the first time I recorded an episode for this map. The truth is that I have not one, but two failed attempts. As you'll see, there's some pretty serious water crossings, and the two spots that I chose to go through the water were failures. So wasn't a very long episode. Wasn't a very long series. First episode, crashed into the water, drowned the vehicle, end of it. And also I realised that you can't change your vehicles on this map because the utility trailers you're given, you kind of need them to unlock the garage. So you have to use these vehicles to start off with. Learnt that the hard way as well. But I've got all that out of the way. I know where I'm going, and I'm pretty sure I've worked out exactly where I need to cross to be successful. So we won't muck around anymore and we'll get into it. So we're starting here in the corner of the map. I tried to go straight across this road to go out for this K700, and got out in the middle and couldn't. I must have strayed off the road and then into the deep water, and that was it. And also you'll see when we come down here, I thought there would be another place to go across, but yeah, that didn't work either. And over here somewhere, it must be around here. I sort of thought I saw a place with an island in the middle, and it looked quite at quite a small distance. So I'm thinking that's going to be my most shallowest part to cross. So that's where we're going to be aiming for. So I'll just set a path, and we'll get going. So the first map went pretty well, we got through it pretty easily, but then again that is the first map, and that's I guess why they make it easier. We wouldn't want to start the game off and then just be straight into a really hard map and then find the game too hard and then not be able to continue. So it was a good map to get us started on, to try things out. Still put it into low ratio, get those diff locks engaged. Climb the hill. See, this is it's funny because there's these two trucks which are very similar. You got this truck here, which is the 6-wheel drive, and then you got the other one, which is just your rear-wheel drive. And this is actually quite a good little truck. It's nice and nimble and it's lightweight and it pulls through nicely. But you get in the other one, the rear-wheel drive one, and it's just hopeless. It's just, why would anyone ever bring this out to an environment like this? It's not a bad trail down here. Like I was saying, this vehicle is not too bad. Any sort of pre-formed trail that's in reasonable condition, this truck seems to do alright. It's not the sort of highest truck, so I am a little bit worried about trying to get this through the water, as I haven't had much luck trying to get across the streams in this truck. Hopefully the spot I've sort of sussed out is actually shallow. Just back into low range. The hardest thing about this is trying to keep the trail nice. I mean, I haven't really worked out the objectives and where we're going, and because I think there is that ejector point up here, so we are going to be using this trail a lot. So I want to try and maintain it for as long as I can. especially where you got these areas like this that are very soft looking. Few trips down this trail and it will be pretty ripped up. Right, this trail is looking turning very interesting. And this is where I've already tried. So I think it must be somewhere back a little bit. Because I need to drive along the coastline. I haven't quite worked it out. So where are we? So there's a cloaking point out in the water which I really need to unlock. Is it wise to take this out with a trailer on it? Probably not. Let's just leave the trailer here for now. Whoa! Bit of a deep spot right there. So this is a wild map, this one. You can be driving along and then 1 meter to your left or your right, it can be a totally different road underneath the water, and I don't know how to tell the difference between where to drive and where not to drive. So I think it must be up in here. So I know this is kind of semi-safe because we did get out here on this road with a little bit of damage, but if I get back on this road, because there's still trees and that's going to be all nasty, so I wonder if I can just sort of sneak down through here and try and get out there and see if that will show me where I am. Right, let's give it a whirl. Come on. See, coming across there, we only got 1 damage point. And we more or less followed the same path. We were slightly more to the right, and that's the difference. That can be the difference between having a safe trip across and getting flooded and stuck in the middle of the river. That's what's so hard about this map, is like I can't tell the difference between what is safe part and what is a dangerous part. Probably not the most smartest place to leave the truck. Ah, there we got it. Can we get out? Surely. So, a little bit costly to get that cloaking point. We took on a few damage points, but nothing too major. Sometimes I think they just deliberately set you up, try and trick you on these, like building roads to nowhere. So you think that it's going to be a safe path and it turns out to be a disaster. But then again, going across the bushland is not much more safer, or it doesn't offer us much of a... I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Going across the bush isn't just as much of a sure thing as the track, so I guess that's the thing. You can't just take it for granted. You actually have to try and actually evaluate your surroundings and make a decision. Well, so far going across the bushland here is not too bad. A little bit soft, but it's alright. After all, we are towing a trailer. Okay, it's getting a bit boggier down here. It's a bit swampy. Hopefully we can just keep the momentum on, just keep rolling through. Because the worst thing you can do in a situation like this is stop. And there seems to be a bit of a mound, it's a bit of high ground. So we can get up on the high ground and then we can evaluate if this new spot that I've scouted out is any good or not. See, straight away we can already see the other side. Not like the other part where we were, was just looking out and you can just sort of see trees on the horizon. So, straight away if we head straight over there, we should be alright. I mean, if you look through there, we can sort of see a bit of dirt and some shrubs and stuff poking out. So it doesn't look that deep. I am caught on these logs though. Okay, not a good start. Just see if I can get that trailer to come over the log. sort of just dragging the timber along with us and digging a big hole for our truck, which is sinking into the riverbank. So much for stopping on the high ground. Hasn't worked for us. We'll use one of these trailer winch points and just swing this trailer around. Once again, it's just sort of pulling the log with us, but all I've got to sort of get that front trailer axle over, and hopefully that should be enough to get us moving. But now it looks like the front of this truck is stuck. Okay, things have gone from bad to worse very quickly here. And I'm actually really stuck now. Okay, nice and shallow so far. Whoa, there's a bit of a deep spot. Okay, we're through. Not bad at all. That was good. Just if I had known about this to start off with, I would have been fine. Okay, let's head for this next cloaking point. Thought I was going to get stuck again. It's not a bad truck, eh? This one just seems to it's a little truck that could. Just keeps on going. Right, so here's our floating point, and this should hopefully show us how to get to the garage. I see water again. I'm getting a little confused. Why is there... Oh. Well, that's why there's water, because this is just an island. So, I should have explained at the start. So we started over in this corner here, and we got an objective here, so we are going to have to reuse this trail. And we've got some logging areas, so I guess we'll just pick up the logs. And yep, so there's the trail in. So hopefully it's nice and shallow across here. But then again, I never trusted a trail before. Then there's going to go down here. I still think it's a shorter distance. Anyway, so like I was saying, so the garage is on the opposite corner and with the fuel. So I think if we are here, sort of head up, go for that point, out into the trail, and then we'll see where the road takes us. Because yeah, going across there, that water looks pretty swift. And I'm just driving out to the stream now. And I'm slowing down, trying to drive into the current. Last thing I want to do is get stuck in the river. Right when this water is getting very dangerous. Okay. This current's really pushing us around, and there's a bit of a tree branch there which I think I've got stuck on. Okay, can we winch? There's lots of things to winch too. Hopefully there's nothing under the water that we get stuck on. Like that. Okay, a trailer seems to be hooked up on something at the moment. Oh, it's broken free. Yeah, driving on submerged logs just doesn't seem to be a very good idea. It's hard enough to drive on the logs on the surface, let alone underwater. Just bouncing along. Okay, I think this is where we turn. So I'm just going to drive into the current because I can see up there it looks like it's some shallow ground. Okay, getting nice and shallow. This is exactly what we want. And we actually are getting closer to the other side. You can see the distance counting down slightly. Okay, so let's just turn for it and just go the last 45 meters. Whoa. So that wasn't too deep, a little bit there in the middle. But looks like it's getting shallower now. Hopefully I think that's us across. So my idea did work. I have found a suitable area to go across the river. So yes, after my first two failed attempts, guess that's the thing, the most obvious path isn't always the most suitable path. So hopefully the rest of this trail up to the garage is better than this, otherwise it's going to be some slow going. Okay, this doesn't look very promising. It's very boggy. But at least it is an established trail. And I just realised that I'm almost out of fuel. But are we even going to get to the garage in time? There is a fuel depot up before the garage. I think that's going to be where we're going to be heading for. I think that's probably going to wrap up the first episode. So, unlocked a couple of cloaking points and we have found what is going to be now my suitable path across the river. So I've got a few more cloaking points and stuff to unlock, and then I'm going to be going for fuel in the next episode and hopefully to the garage. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the episode and I hope this helps you out. Let me know if you guys have done this map and if you guys have a better way of getting across, or if you think that my way works pretty well. So If you haven't already, guys, subscribe, like the video if you are enjoying the series. Ways to support the channel in the description below. Until next time, guys.